Let's try and get more now on what's happening on the ground in Gaza. Mansour Shouman is a Palestinian-Canadian citizen who's chosen to stay in Gaza to document the war. You're joining us from Khan Yunis. Tell us what it's like today. After 48 days of war, what have you spent the last 5 hours doing? What's been your priority?
Yes, the Palestinian people here in Khan Yunis just finished praying the Friday prayers, the weekly Jum'ah prayers. For the first time in 7 weeks, all the mosques which are still up and running had the sermons delivered by the different sheikhs, and people after the Friday prayers hugged each other. Friends met for the first time in 7 weeks. Relatives went home together. Early morning today, the roads were extremely busy with horse carts and cars with furniture on top of them, together with women, children, and men going back all over Gaza Strip, back to their homes in the south, in the west, in the east, and thousands also back to the north. There is a sense of happiness, a sense of triumph, a sense of relief, especially knowing that hundreds of Palestinian prisoners, all the women and children, will be released over the next 4 days. So at the same time, there is also a sense of, okay, hopefully this ceasefire will remain. Hopefully the Israelis won't break it again by breaking some of the terms that have been agreed upon.
Mansour, what about you? You've decided to stay in Gaza. What are you going to spend the next 4 days doing? I know you said that hopefully the ceasefire will last, but there's no certainty beyond 4 days. In fact, there's no even certainty that it will last the agreed upon 4 days. So what is your priority today?
I personally have a very busy schedule. I wake up early in the morning at around 5 a.m. to pray the Fajr prayer, the dawn prayer, and then I start working. My calendar is full of interviews with the TV stations, with social media influencers. Today I recorded 2 reports for 2 international broadcasters. 60% of my time is also spent helping the people on the ground, whether it's by buying and distributing clothes, blankets, especially for this cold weather. Yesterday, we slaughtered a few cows, and today we are cooking them and distributing them to the people here on the ground. Everyone here is trying to do what they can in order to ensure that the Palestinian civilians here remain steadfast. Hopefully, with this ceasefire and the hundreds of aid trucks that come in, together with field hospitals that are going to be set up, hopefully life will be better for the Palestinian civilians here after 7 weeks of hostile airstrikes.
These basic things like eating, drinking, buying the basic necessities, this is exactly what I wanted to hear from you. You said that people are going out to buy coats because winter is setting in. What else are people buying for those who can afford anything?
So right now, the first few hours of the day, the focus right now is for the hundreds of thousands of people who have sought refuge in schools, hospitals, mosques, streets, relatives, to go back to their homes, which they fled from due to the war. This is the basic concern and highest priority. The roads since the morning have been completely overrun by people trying to go back to their homes. I also earlier went to the souk in downtown, the main area where people buy things. And yes, it is busy there. People were having some breakfast. Some people were taking money out of the ATM banks, getting transfers from friends and relatives through exchanges. And yes, there are places open to buy clothes, vegetables, fruits, and other food items. So hopefully life will come back to normal, even if temporarily for the next 4 days.
All right, thank you so much for making time. As you said, 60% of your time, I'm quoting you here, you spend trying to help people around you. So we appreciate that you're able to make a little time to come on and explain how people are living in the show. Mansour Shouman, a Palestinian Canadian citizen, you're staying in Gaza to document the war. Thank you, Mansour.
Thank you.
Let's bring in